a look at the 2022 Senate races and my prediction for all these states. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now be sure to drop a like and drop a subscription and help me reach 60 subscribers by the end of next week. So yes, now look at the West Coast. Those states are safe for Democrats. Hawaii is safe for the Democrats. New York is safe for Democrats as well. Vermont, Connecticut, and Maryland. So these are the safe states for Democrats, as well as that the state of Illinois, which brings the Democrats up to 45 Senate seats. Now to the Republicans: Idaho, Utah, the Dakotas, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Kentucky, Indiana, Iowa, and South Carolina, as well as that the state of Alaska and the state of Missouri. So those are the safe states for both parties, giving both parties 45 Senate seats. Now I will be trying to run through these videos a little bit faster, so I won't be explaining them too much. The states I will explain are Alaska, Missouri, Indiana, and Iowa. So Iowa, Chuck Grassley is running again, and he always wins by very solid margins. And last time around, he only lost one single county, being Johnson County. He even won Des Moines and, Story County, which is very, very impressive. Now going to these states here, the state of Missouri, Eric Greitens is pretty much very likely going to be the Republican nominee. However, right now it just does not look the best for the Democrats. This is also the first time I've labeled Missouri as safe for the Republicans. Going to the state of Alaska, ranked choice voting is going to help the Republicans get two candidates in the final round and should help Lisa Murkowski win re-election. Indiana was actually relatively close in 2016. It was decided by less than 7 points in the solid red state of Indiana. It was like about the same margin as the 2018 Senate race there. However, the Democrats still weren't able to win this race, and although this was a presidential race, I do believe this race will be a little bit forgotten for the Democrats due to polarization. Now going to likely Democratic states, I only see one being the state of Colorado. By the way, my margins are linked in the description, but I'll repeat them again. Safe is 15 points above, likely is 5 to 15 points, lead is 2 to 5 points, and chill is under 2 percentage points. Go to the likely Republican states. We have two states here, and I think you guys know which two states I will be talking about: Florida and Ohio. These two states are pretty solid for the Republicans. Not really Florida, but the state of Ohio. Colorado, Michael Bennet is very likely going to win re-election. He only won by 5.7 points last election and still won Plumeau County, which he's probably not going to win again. I think he's still going to do very well in these three counties, and he can a larger victory than he did last time. He also only won the county that Fort Collins in with less than 50% vote, or a majority. I think he should be able to get the margins up in these counties, and even Denver. He did not do as well as other Democrats typically do in Denver. So I do think that will be an improvement for him. Going to the state of Florida, I think the margin will narrow down a little bit. I do not believe Marco Rubio will win by 8 points again. However, I do believe it will be over 5. I think the Democrats will be able to improve their margins in Duval County, in Champlain County, in Seminole County. I think they'll lose St. Lucie. I think they will lose more support from Miami-Dade. But I don't think Rolling Rubio is going to flip that county. So after considering everything is in, I do believe the Democrats will end up gaining about 100,000 votes or so in support, but not so shrink the margin from 700,000 to more like 580,000 votes. But ultimately, that will be a likely margin. Ohio, Rob Portman is retiring, so this map is a little bit misleading here. But I still think that the Democrats should have some trouble winning this race. Now, the polling averages doesn't actually indicate that. The polling averages, from what I've seen, rate this race as a toss-up, but I do not believe the Democrats will be able to win the race. In fact, I made map all about polling in the last poll taken in all of those states. So do check that in the right hand corner of your screen, and do click on that. I encourage you to do that. But now we have the lead and tilt states. For the Democrats, I don't think they have much lead states. They only have one lead state, being the state of Arizona. Right now, I do believe that the Democrats are poised to win Arizona. Polling does suggest that McConnell is a pretty strong incumbent, but he's polling relatively similar to 2020, where he only won by 2.4 percentage points, much less than polling expected. Still, he's very likely going to win, as he is a very strong incumbent, and Mike Brnovich, I just don't see him winning. Doug Ducey may be a very strong candidate, however, Trump is attacking him relentlessly, so again, I don't think he's going to really do that well. For lean Republican states, this gives the Republicans a lot of seats to close them to the majority in Wisconsin, North Carolina, and New Hampshire, giving them 50 Senate seats, meaning that they only need to hold one of these races. However, these three races, currently speaking, two of them, those toss-up races, currently speaking, have Democratic incumbents, and all three of them went to Joe Biden on the presidential level. So right now, Republicans are not poised to win the Senate with 50 Senate seats, and they need 51, while the Democrats only need 50. Now, Arizona, again, I explained that. The state of Wisconsin, Ron Johnson every time seems to just luck out as well. The New York Times rated Wisconsin as lead Democrat. That did not happen, and Democrats did really not do too well here in the state as well. And I do believe they will do even worse in these areas down here. I think they will do better in wild counties. However, they're right now not doing too well in the state and across the nation. Going to the state of New Hampshire, I do believe that Chris Sununu is poised to run and win this race. Not by the hugest of all margins, but still, I don't think he's going to win by a very small margin. He won his governor race by 30 points, so again, I don't think that is likely going to happen. Finally, the final state on this map that is rated as the lead Republican is the state of North Carolina. North Carolina, again, Richard Burr is retiring. And if you look at the counties, Democrats definitely did not do the best in Wake County, in Charlotte, in Durham, in Orange, in Greensboro, in Forsyth, and I can go on and on. In Cumberland, however, they are likely going to do, I guess, better next election, because really, Richard Burr was a pretty strong incumbent in a lot of these areas, such as the bluer areas in the exurban areas. However, that does not mean the Democrats are going to win, and just because of the generic ballot, I have to give that state to a lean for the Republicans. Going to the final few states, I'm going to start with Nevada tilting towards the Democrats. Republicans certainly have a chance in Nevada, but not a very good chance. And honestly, I just don't see the Democrats losing that race. As you can look at the Senate races here. Oh, oopsies. So, Cortez Masto is still a very strong incumbent. He could get very good numbers in Clark County. She did not even win Washoe County while she still won the state. Pretty impressive. Now going into the state of Pennsylvania, I do believe, although the Republican is retiring here in the incumbent, I do believe the Democrats will still have a better chance. Still lose this race very narrowly. I think Sean Parnell could make this race still go to the Republicans. I think, the Democrats, especially Connor Lamb, could make this race really, really close. However, the Democrats, I think, will just not luck out as much and end up losing this race. Now, again, Bucks County is not going to go to Republicans. Chester County is not going to go to Republicans. Again, Democrats are likely going to do very much better in these areas, in Pittsburgh, in Erie, and a lot of these counties. However, again, Republicans will do much better in the rural areas that Pat Toomey was not able to do. So, but he still won by 1.5 percentage points. Georgia, I'll just label as a toss-up. I still think the Democrats may have the edge here, because Herschel Walker is really just not the strongest candidate. However, Georgia is still a very much purple state, and the generic ballot does not spell good news for Democrats. So that's my projection here. 51 for the Republicans, 48 for the Democrats, one toss-up race that leans toward the Democrats. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye! Also, please like this video again and look at the videos. Look at my most recent video, except this one, and then look at the playlist I'll link down in the description of my election predictions.